Hi, I'm Dr. Michaela Livingston, and in this video we'll be looking at our results. Now that the gels have finished running, we'll need to look at our results, and to do this we'll use a blue light transilluminator. This converts UV light into safe blue light, which excites the DNA stain to give off green light, but you won't be able to see this unless you use your orange viewing goggles or use the orange filter panel. It has to be really dark to see the bands, so make sure you close any blinds, turn off the lights, and try and cover up any natural light sources as best you can. When you do this, you'll see a series of green bands. Starting at the left-hand side, you'll have your markers. These are of a known size, so you can compare the size of your samples to these. Going along are your samples. Here we have the question of taste results, but the general principle is the same. So remember that your larger fragments travel more slowly, so these will appear closest to the wells at the top of the gel, and your smaller fragments travel faster, so these are more towards the bottom of the gel. So to interpret your results, simply compare your control to your sample, and you should be able to tell what's going on. If you have faint bands, but your marker is quite strong, it could be because there wasn't enough DNA in your sample, or if not much is there at all, then maybe in a question of taste, it's because the PCR has failed. If you can't see any bands at all, and that includes in your DNA marker, it could be because you haven't added enough or no CyberSafe stain at all. To rescue this, all you need to do is put your gel into a food container with some TBE buffer and then add the CyberSafe stain to the buffer. Just add this 1 in 10,000. So for every 100 mils you're using of the buffer, add 10 microliters of CyberSafe. Then you just need to gently agitate it for half an hour at room temperature. If you find that you can't see any of your smaller bands, it might be because the DNA stain is positively charged. So as you run the gel, the stain's going to move in the opposite direction. So what you might notice is that there's a shadow at the bottom of the gel, and this might be where your smaller bands are.